Big Five. 5 biggest games on the schedule that are not Ravens games. 5 biggest games that are not Ravens games on the NFL schedule. So definitely check that out this week. We got one heck of a Thursday slate this week. So definitely keep that in mind. Like these games on Thursday are really, really good as well. So not just the Ravens game, but a lot of these games are really good. Last week, Big Five. Texans and the Bills. I think that kind of went how I was expected. Davis Mills is good enough to win some games for them, and their defense is just stellar. Their defense is outstanding. Even Josh Allen was having trouble against that Texans pass rush last week, and it showed. The Bills, they are, I think, it kind of goes Josh Allen goes. That's pretty clear at this point. Something is a little missing though. I think they're not as bad as people are saying, but something is missing. They seem like the eye of the tiger isn't there. They seem to lose it though in the middle of the year. So keep your eye on the Texans. Keep your eye on the Texans. I think the Texans are the best team in that division, even with the Colts and the Jags being ahead of them. That's the best team. Definitely in my view. Looking at them, Squealers and Bears. I think the Bears are for real. The Bears definitely have offense. I absolutely love what Ben Johnson is doing with Caleb Williams. Caleb is listening and applying and working hard, and they're scoring points every week. That's how they're winning these games. Defense still isn't any good, I don't think. Getting a little better, but they're scoring points every week to win these games. They're winning track meets. The Squealers, I think, not having Aaron matters. That's a problem for them. They're not so Mason's not good enough with this roster to do it. Aaron can kind of get them some wins, but they're not good enough. So that's a problem for them as well. Rams and the Bucks, that was pretty much a no contest. Rams all the way. Rams look really good every week. Rams are a really strong looking team. Bucks are pretty good. Some issues as well. I would say this. There is a difference you can see between Baker Mayfield and Matt Stafford in terms of level. Baker, as good as he's been, people are kind of right about him not being the super elite player. A good quarterback, a real good quarterback, but not an elite status quarterback. Colts and the Chiefs. I thought I was missing one. Colts and the Chiefs. Chefs are, I think, have a huge task this week, and they do win these close games. They do know how to win these close games if they can stay in them. Mahomes really was good in this game. I mean, I think that was the reason why they won. Daniel Jones, I think, is continuing to get worse, regress. 181, it's not, again, when you go into these games in Kansas City, you gotta go ahead and get that and go ahead and get the job done in that situation. And so that's a thing. And Panthers and 49ers, that was ugly. Bryce Young's just not the guy. I think that was I like Bryce Young. I think he's got some talent. I think like he's just not a guy that can elevate you. And that's an issue. I think they're going to stay with him. I don't know if they have a choice next year, but I think like I've seen enough now where he's not. I mean, the Niners weren't good in this game. They turned the ball over a bunch of times and they still won. So that's it. Brock Purdy's not healthy. He's not healthy. He's not going to let Mac Jones keep playing and keep taking his job from him. So that's why he's playing. All right, Thanksgiving. I don't know if there's a game played more on Thanksgiving than the Packers at the Lions, maybe the Commanders and Cowboys. But this is for position right now in the AFC, and I'm sorry, in the NFC. So these are the two teams that are, I think, could be definitely playing for playoff position in the NFC. They're both looking up right now at the Bears. So this is even bigger. So this is not for first place as well. Lions, I think people are being a little hyperbolic. No, they're not. It's a little hyperbolic. I think they haven't changed a lot. I think they're kind of like Buffalo. They're the same, but maybe that's not enough this year. I think there's truth to that. They have to run the ball well and stick on formula and smacking them out and play with their physicality and win games. They don't really seem to win shootouts. So I think they're always kind of win this game. I think when they have a good team, they win on Thanksgiving Day. They lose. They've lost a lot of them because they were lousy forever. But I do think they win this game. The Packers, they're more my concern. I'm more concerned about them than I do Detroit because I don't know what the Packers are going to show up. This is because Jordan Love looks good some weeks and they score some weeks and then they look bad and then so I don't know what Packers, when they are bad, they kind of go more off the reservation. So they kind of concern me more than the Lions do. I like the Lions in this game as well. Some people are helping this one to be the most watched Thanksgiving game of all time. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm honest with you. I almost didn't put this game in until after the Cowboys won. I was thinking that this wouldn't be the Big Five matchup. I had the Panthers in here as well, but I think this is more important. I think not always the Big Five, the best records, but the 5 biggest games, the 5 best games on the schedule here. I think the Lions can run it game over. Absolutely right. Packers run defense is an issue since they traded away Kenny Clark as well. Speaking of Kenny Clark, Ken, since you brought it up, that he's on the Dallas Cowboys. Their defense has been looking better. I think like they're not great. I mean, they don't have great pass rush. Defensively, I think they're a little better. I think I can tell you what, they're scoring. They're kind of like Cincinnati in the sense of if you got Prescott in the game, they're going to score. Javon Williams has been good for them. Pickens has been out of this world all season. CeeDee Lamb is back. The line is still developing. Defensive line, at least now they can stop the run. Now, I don't know how much that helps you against Kansas City because they don't run the football well anyway. I like Dallas in this game. I think the Chefs on the road, they win close games fine. I think that's good. But the problem is they're never looking like the cheat to really stick the knife. They look like that too, and I just haven't seen that. They're winning close games as well. This is also a big loss for the loser. Absolutely. Dallas, I thought, might have been dead had they lost last week, but they won. They're a couple games behind Philly, and so are the Chefs, the Chargers, and Denver in their division. So this is big. Whoever wins this game may be saving their playoff hopes or at least helping the life support of them here as well. Bears and Eagles. This week is the big week of the big game in college football, Ohio State and Michigan. And I'm bringing that up because I think of how Ohio State fans react to losing to Michigan, right? Even after winning the national championship, we hate Ryan Day because he didn't beat Michigan, right? And let's see. Dallas had a very nice draft and running defense, and they have a lot of picks. Right, absolutely right. But what it is why am I saying that? Why am I mentioning that? It is Eagle fans are insufferable. You guys just, I'm sorry, you guys just are. You're blaming Jalen Hurts for what exactly? You're 8-3. You won the Super Bowl. You're comfortably in first. I don't know if you'll get the number 1 overall seed. They've had some injuries, Barkley, some issues. But, like, you guys are just, like, because it's just, like, never happy. Like, the Bear fans, this is the contrast here. Bears fans are doing cartwheels, and they're foreign. They haven't won anything yet. This is what it is. Hurts has only 1 interception this season. Right, exactly. Like, you Bear fans are Can't complain about that. But I see them complaining every day about Jalen Hurts. Like, it's unbelievable. Eagles win this game. I think they're the better team. I think the Bears have been scoring points, but their defense has been getting away. I think the Eagles find ways to win. I think their offense is good. Hurts, I think, is having an outstanding season, which is why I'm really confused about why you guys are just running him out of town. I've never seen a place like Philly run great players out of town. You boo Dr. J. You boo Donovan McNabb. You boo Jimmy Rollins after he won the MVP. You're booing Mike Smith. Like, what, you guys? What's wrong with y'all? Like, why are you so unhappy even when you win? So, Texans and Colts, let's get to that. I definitely like the Texans here. Texans, I think, are on the rise. I think the slow start hurt them as well. A lot of issues on offense as well. They, other than the Ravens, I think they bounce back as much as any team. I think the Colts, I think they're kind of getting exposed. They have Jonathan Taylor going crazy during the season. This is big for them. They really need to win this game and get some momentum back. They've lost a couple games, but I've seen it lately now with what really good teams they are exposed. Their offense really isn't explosive. They really just throw to the sideline. The defense is pretty good. I don't know if you're going to Stroud in this game, but I think Davis Mills should be starting for somebody with some of the quarterbacks I've seen as well. I think I've said that a couple times. I like the Texans against the Colts, and the Bears haven't beat very good teams. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They lost. The Ravens beat them with a backup quarterback. So, as well. Let's see. One more. Daniel Jones won't have the stomach for that Houston defense. Absolutely not. Daniel Jones, I think, I'm giving him some credit for at least playing as well as he has, because Daniel Jones was terrible. All right. Last one. Bills and Steelers. I really think we're coming to the end of the Mike Tomlin era in Pittsburgh. I really do. I think people have had enough of him. As great as he's been, I really almost want him to go somewhere else. Not just because I'm a Ravens fan, but I think like he's just I just don't know how much more he can do in Pittsburgh. I do think they lose this game. Not having Aaron matters in this case. Not having Aaron Rodgers, that's a problem for y'all. That's a problem for y'all. You not having Aaron Rodgers is a thing as well. I have the Bills in this one. I agree again. I think the Bills are a better team. Bills' offense is good. I'm not their issues. Their receivers aren't great, but they're going to score a lot of points. They can run the football. I don't think the Steelers do anything well except pass rush. I think when the games they get good pass rush, watch, etc. That's about all they do. There you go. All right. Big five biggest games on the schedule that are not Ravens games. So definitely check out this weekend. All right. So let's move on here. We got one more comment. Bills are not scoring like they used to. Allen has been getting with a lot of turnovers. Allen, up until the last few years, did a lot of turnovers. That was kind of a knock on him because he's a gunslinger. He's going to throw the ball and get a lot of turnovers, but that's kind of the knock on Allen. Allen, I think, though, is a zillion years better than anything in Pittsburgh right now. Pittsburgh doesn't do anything well. Pittsburgh, I think they play with their schemes are very vanilla. They don't really do anything exotic. They do basic stuff, which is why they could do that. And their roster is old. They have some good players, some really good players. Metcalf is good. Watt is good. Highsmith is good. Ramsey's good. They have some good players. Their linebackers, but they're not. They have some issues. I say let Howard start if Aaron is out. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I understand. Might as well take a look, but I don't know. All right.